Hey guys, so I'm just kind of making this video. It's probably going to be really, really long. Um, but basically, my friend Havik, or Chameleon, is being accused by another plush tuber called Plush Rush Inc. of, well, for lack of better terms, being a pedo. And, well, obviously, I'm making this video to say that that's probably not true. Um, this gonna be like a really, really serious video, so, yeah, a bit of a deviation from the norm, but, well, yeah. Sorry if I sound really awkward throughout this whole video. It's my first time doing something in this style. So, what is it that PRI is actually claiming? Well, for starters, I will have all the screenshots showing because I'm not going to read them out loud because, well, YouTube. Um, but basically, PRI has these screenshots, which I can't prove are false. However, with the framing, they look like they may be pretty false. Basically, a lot of screenshots of Havik supposedly saying really awful things, like, like really racist stuff, and I think one of them even mentions that he has like CP, or that he's gonna raid a server with CP. Um, Again, I can't prove that any of these are real, except for I think just the one where he says "kill all white people," which, uh, I mean, Havoc is white, so not really like the biggest point. So now that we've gotten that clarified, we'll move on to the stuff that I have on PRI. So these are probably going to be like the lighter things, but this is still pretty important to cover. There's a lot of things that I found people on PRI's server saying, and they did not get in trouble for it, such as what's on the screen right now, or at least should be, of a user called Havik is a pedo, so saying that. There's also a lot of jokes about people having CP or saying other people have CP, which is really, really awful. There's people talking about how they're going to go harass Havoc and everything, and yeah, it's all sorts of stuff. I found a lot of screenshots, and I literally can't even remember what half of them are because it was so much stuff. But yeah, this, like I said, this is going to be the lighter section. Now we'll move on to stuff that PRI's actually done. So this again is kind of one of the smaller points, but while I was gathering a lot of this evidence, PRI is like really back and forth on what he thinks, like what age he thinks you have to be in order to be a pedo. As you can see on all these screenshots here, he switches a lot between 16 and 14, which, isn't like solid proof that he's like a bad person or anything, but like when you're accusing somebody of being a pedo, you should probably have a consistent take on what age you would have to be. So from here we'll be moving on to like actual like stuff that PRI has done. So not only is PRI very back and forth on what he considers pedophilia, he's also really, really hypocritical on like a lot of things. Like he's said a lot of really awful things to both Havoc and just like generally people in the server. Um oh, it's hard to explain without like, YouTube being YouTube. But the screenshots will be, up on the screen so you can see exactly what he's saying. And he's just, it's really, really awful. Like, I'll probably put these ones up as I'm saying this, but he's like really, really homophobic when he's getting into this one argument with Havik. It's really weird. Alright, so this is the last section I'm doing before I show off the interviews. Originally this was actually going to be split up into a few different things, but I'm just going to do it together. Um, right now, I'm showing a video proof of, well, the closest I could get to video proof of the screenshots, which is just me scrolling through the messages. Um, but a few other things that I forgot to mention that will also be said in the interviews. Um, Havik is 16 and PRI is 14. There was a thing where um Havik messaged PRI's mom, I guess, because of him hanging out with neo-Nazis. Um Basically most of this stuff will be covered in the interview sections anyways, but I just wanted to say them before we got to that. Anyways, we should be moving on to those about now.
Hope I remember everything because there's a lot.
Yeah. Alright, it's going now, so whenever you're ready, just feel free to explain exactly what happened.
Alright, let me text my dad real quick. I just bought a CD and I'm letting him know. Alright, let's see. Okay, yeah. It started with me and my friend Spades. Like, he was saying some, like, inappropriate stuff, so I blocked him. Then he pestered me. Then it kind of spiraled out into, like, a giant argument in PRI's server. Then after that, PRI just decided to raid people randomly.
Hmm.
Then then I was sort of on his side. Then he started pissing people off, including me. So yeah, I kind of stopped talking to him for a while. Then I forgot what reason, but we started not liking each other. Um, it was because he was raiding people and stuff. Then it was all like arguments, but yeah, there was like yeah, he had like this nuke bot where he'd just go into servers and get like admin or something. And he would just like press a command and it would just destroy the server and he's done that multiple times.
Wow.
But I would say the first annoying thing he done or the first straw, this was in the first video I think, was when him and Boomed like threatened my friend. And I was like who was like not feeling good at the time and stuff, and or like telling him to like end himself and stuff. And yeah, that's when I made the first video on him. And then after that, there's multiple breaks. Then we did some. There's a lot of other stuff in between, but it really didn't like get too out of control. It was mainly annoying. There'd be like the occasional slur and stuff. Then one day, his server got raided by like these like a neo-Nazi cult basically. They sent like gore and stuff to his server.
Oh.
Then then yeah, like then he went to like go like attack them and stuff, which is obviously not a good idea. But he ended up befriending them somehow. Then he started using like these like neo-Nazis to like send send gore to people. Then apparently this is literally his words. Um they sent CP to a server,
Oh wow.
and I've seen some. They also have like bestiality stuff too because they sent it to me at one point. Uh, yeah, they have some fucked up shit, and they would just like spam like random servers that PR basically told them to spam.
Mm,
And eventually, then I found that one screenshot, the infamous one where he said they sent CP. I don't really want to
yeah.
explain what he said because it's like gross. But yeah, then I found that I wasn't even like trying to beef with him either. Like I'd already made my second video by then, and yeah, I wasn't even trying to beef, and they added me like a group chat. Then I was just like being friendly to everyone, and I was being friendly to the people he didn't like. Then all of a sudden, I wake up and I'm like a pedophile or something. And basically, he said I was like threatening to raid a server with like CP and like saying slurs and stuff, which just pretty out of character for me. And even the text itself looks a bit sketchy. It's like bold on some sides. So obviously I did what I had to do, and I made and then he also made an exposed video with all the fake evidence.
Yeah.
And he just said all these things I mostly didn't do. I feel like only two things I did was I did text his mom, but it was because he was like literally had like he was literally in contact with people who are sending, CP to people. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel
Do
like,
you
and it
know
was basically just
how old he
continue.
is though? Just curious
He
because I
is
don't.
like, I'm pretty sure he's 14.
Mm, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know. I couldn't find anything solid.
Oh, I forgot, I forgot to mention before. He did call me like a pedophile before for like I don't even know what. Apparently, I was stalking him and Boomed, which I literally found Boom's public Twitter. That's literally it. And at the time, I was 15, so that
Yeah.
was pretty stupid. I again like that doesn't make me a pedophile. And now he's still saying I'm a pedophile.
It seems like he's just like really childish.
He is. He's just saying like whatever degree. He's trying to just make people out to like what him and his friends are.
Yeah.
It's
Like
basically like
I
self
noticed with the
projecting what he is online.
pedophilia thing, he kept like changing what age he thought you had to be a pedophile.
Dude, yeah, I saw that. Like, I have a screenshot of that. It all within like at least 20 minutes with each other. Is like, no, you have to be 16 to be a pedophile. There's like,
Yeah.
no, 14 and 15-year-olds can be pedophiles. Like, what are you talking about?
It's like he changes it up the moment he needs it to be something else.
Exactly. And also another thing I noticed is whenever I use like a smart term around him, he'll use the same like term against me. Like he's like using my words, like self-projecting. That's when I'm like, you're just self-projecting what you are onto me. And then all of a sudden, he's using the term self-projecting when I've never seen him say that shit in his life. That's just kind of funny to me. Like he wants to be me,
Yeah.
but obviously he isn't. Then yeah, where were we? Fake screenshots. Yeah, as I was saying, the screenshots he made up where it looked pretty fake. There, like the letters were like a little bold compared to the rest,
Yeah. Another
and
thing I noticed about the screenshots is that almost all of the ones that he's shown were like only two messages.
yeah, they're extremely ripped out of context because
Yeah.
if if it had the rest of the context, obviously it would show that I obviously didn't say that. Like there was one, I think it was one where like I think it's something I was gonna apparently gonna send CP to a server because I remember there was like Peach who's also a weirdo. I'm pretty sure she's like a pedophile, like an actual pedophile,
Yeah.
unlike me. But yeah, She says like, "Wow, it like looks cool," because I showed them like my band logo that a friend made me because I was just like ignoring PRI or something, and she said it looks cool, and you can see that, and you see the fake thing. Then you can see her saying, "Yeah, it looks cool" or something like that.
Yeah.
That was Then yeah, I made my response video. It was around 50 minutes long. Then since I reacted to his video in a segment of it, he abused the copyright strict system to like strike it down, and it's not on YouTube anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. So while I was going through his server to get the screenshots that I showed you, I I I you probably seen it, but I found a screenshot where he literally says, "Yeah, I deleted it." So like he basically just says, "What are you gonna do about it?"
What are you gonna do about it? Mm-hmm.
Like he's like,
Then yeah,
"Yeah, yeah, yeah, I deleted it. So what?"
then he'll like delete stuff after saying it, and
Yeah.
Spades actually has a video of PRI like sending gore.
Oh wow.
He got it on his Oculus, which is kind of funny, and he said he can get it to us in like tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, that'd be pretty useful. It's like a
screenshotting
screen
on the
record.
Oculus
But
is kind of
again,
crazy though.
yes, that's pretty funny. But he was like, but again, PRI was when he like now he just dodges the questions entirely. Then whenever he
Yeah.
gets schooled, he just gets his fucking neo Nazis after people. And also, I literally had like a whole political debate with one of these guys, and I kid you not, this dude said the slaves coming to America was a good thing for the slaves.
Oh,
He
that
said the slaves coming to America was a good thing for black people. And they
that's like the
in the
worst
same
kind of person.
discussion, they like cut out of context stuff and put it on Instagram too. Which I think it's funny because my band page that I haven't made a post on has 100 more followers than it. Thought
That's
that's funny.
actually
But yeah,
crazy.
yeah, not the people you want to hang around. And he's like, oh yeah, like I'm cool with gay people. I'm not racist. And he like hangs out with like a neo-Nazi cult.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking
Mm.
sad.
But yeah,
Then
it's really
also,
funny. Like PRI like acts like he's always acting in the for like justice, but then as soon as somebody messes with him, he just pulls out like every slur known to man.
he gets mad pretty easily. He literally took out gifs in his main chat in the server because I would just react to him with like a furry femboy until he
Dude,
shut up because he
dude,
would
like
just yap
he
on and
gets so
on.
upset so easily. I literally only looked through like one and a half of the chat rooms to get the screenshots that you seen.
Yeah, it's not that hard to get screenshots of him.
Well, he
Like,
really
I had
doesn't
like
try to hide how much of a piece of shit he is.
I at least had 100 screenshots in the 50-minute video of just him doing horrible shit. And that's why he took it down. That ending was pretty, and he got pretty mad at me saying "kill all the white people" when that's literally I'm literally white and it's a typo negative song. Like,
Yeah.
who actually
Like,
cares?
dude,
That's
yeah, I
another
got
thing I
the
did
yeah, I seen the
when I was
screenshot. He's like,
when I was
he's basically saying he's going to he wants to kill himself. I'm like, so
totally
what, bro? You're talking about how he's a horrible person. Which one do you want?
like it's satire.
Yeah, it's so obviously satire.
it's like it's like a black guy's like pretending to be like a white guy.
Yeah,
Uh, I basically, I basically did that. I'm like dissing white people as a white person.
yeah,
So like, honestly, like, who gives a shit?
yeah.
The
Like
funny thing is
I've had black friends joke about being slaves. So what?
like, yeah,
If they want to
exactly.
joke about it, it's up to them.
It like everyone jokes about like racism until somebody you hate jokes about racism, then it's not okay.
It's
Like,
in my opinion,
it's
joking about it is the best medicine for it.
yeah, it's not like I'm straight up saying it's not like anyone's saying like straight up like slurs at each
Yeah.
other.
Like,
It's
obviously there's like some things you shouldn't say unless like somebody says, "Hey, you can say that if you want to." But like,
exactly.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, it's then I basically just quit for a minute because like again he has a bigger following than me. Then he just fucking bashes me all these fake allegations. Then it's straight up Glaze City in his comment section with all
yeah.
these like
I
Neanderthals like
yeah.
believing it.
I think literally everybody who watched that video is like an actual child.
Yeah, there's like there's not there's some pretty unintelligent people.
Yeah.
Then was it Spaghetti Griffin or like that one guy? It literally like sent the Ronnie McNutt video like once, and he also sent some other like self deletion
Yeah.
like a few times. Like they would just send horrible
Yeah.
shit, and it's like, oh,
I in
you're a weirdo. You send CP to people, even though I literally had to make fake screenshots
Yeah,
against you
no,
because I'm a little
I'm
bitch.
not even joking. One of the screenshots that I got has a picture of a dude in PRI's server saying, "I don't have CP. I have it to send it in servers when it gets raided."
Oh my god,
That's still having it, and that's still illegal.
was it P38? Was it P38?
I think so.
He's from like the Philippines, so it's who knows what the fuck's illegal there.
Who knows? But yeah, he's like,
Yeah, they're all like
I don't have CP. I send it in other servers. I'm like,
they're
so,
all
and
like
I'm just like, so how
not
are you sending it
American.
if you don't have it?
Like, exactly. Like, why would you want to be in a place where there's CP? Like, genuinely, like you're fucked up in the head. If you want to be around like people that have that stuff,
Yeah,
then I didn't like. I would say some horde shit, but it was to like the people who had CP. Like I told, they were, I was like, was it the P38? They deserved to be like beaten with a pipe a few times.
oh dang.
I got had some few Kissel shotguns in there, but honestly, I don't care. I like again,
Well, and
PRID
the
fucking.
thing is that PRI acts like you were like saying all these things with malicious intent, but then like he says the same stuff and then just says he's
But like
joking.
with oh, I'm
Like,
just joking.
so if you're joking, logically, do you think the other person who says this stuff is also joking?
Yeah, and like he, he's literally like he's like honestly one of the most insufferable people I've had the displeasure of being around. And the fact that he can drag on a drama into fucking sending CP to people you don't like is fucking insane to me.
Yeah,
Like it didn't really escalate that quickly because again, this has been happening since I want to say late summer.
wow.
It's been a while. It's probably like been since September ish since this all started. And then he just fucking continues on
Yeah,
for some reason. It's pretty miserable way to live.
yeah,
But yeah, that's about it.
yeah. He seems pretty
Yeah.
oblivious, so I dropped those sprites that I made into the server that I share with him, and he just didn't see them.
I like he said I heard you're making another video. I didn't know if he was referring to this one or not, so I said, why would I waste my time on you again? like, he's pretty gaslightable to be honest. he's
Yeah,
like he's not the most intelligent person, even though he tries to be.
I don't
He
think I've
literally like
outright stated what I'm doing this video for, so I don't think he was referring to me. But
yeah.
that's still really funny.
I think I think it was used as like then there's like the fake raid. we're me and Spades were trying to get Spades into like a PRI's team or whatever. So we set up a fake raid that said raid starting in 2 hours, guys. Then I had who is it? Ugly Wario Bros. Like say PRI was a bitch like 3 times, like 2 hours late. It was just a ploy to like waste his time and keep him on edge, and it was pretty funny. And he was saying so he's like, oh, it's like Havik's gonna come in and raid us with CP in 2 hours. Like it was like mid announcements and shit, and it was funny as hell. Even that like even saying all that, I was in the server the whole time and he literally could have just kicked me or like
Yeah.
banned me so it wouldn't happen.
Like the morning that I left his server, they were talking about how somebody had raided it. Nobody had raided it.
Oh, I know
Nothing
it.
had ever happened.
It was
Literally nothing
Xanoff.
happened.
It was this dude named Xanoff who is also uh pretty odd. I don't really like him either. He has like a raid server. They also raided me. Oh, that's just the funniest thing ever. They raided like FNAF plushies or whatever. I swear, 4 different people joined in like all within like 20 minutes of each other, spammed in a few channels and just fucking left. I literally cleaned it all up within like 5 minutes
I
while
think
hiding my phone under
I
my
think
desk
what they
in
were
math class.
calling spamming was somebody just like spammed like something about like you should stay hydrated or something. And
That's it. Yeah,
they sent it like a few times in some of the chats. And I think that's what
that's
they were
exactly what
calling the
happened.
spam.
I think the funny thing is in Fredon's server, he has a peanut zone. Then there's this dude named Jawan who was being annoying. So we set up a peanut zone in my server. And so I just fucking put all of them in there. And basically they're just limited to that channel and can't see anything. So even when they
That's
leave
actually
and come
really
back, they're
funny.
like stuck there. So not all 4 of them, because one just like joined and left before I could put him in the peanut zone. But at least there's 3 of them that are just confined to there. Hold up. Anyway, I gotta go eat.
Yeah.
That concludes this. You
Yeah,
can like talk to
I literally
Scare.
got my dinner like just before we started this call.
If you want more info, ask Scarecrow and Spades. They have a lot.
All right.
Anyway, later.
Later.